So, everyone is talking about AI, but you know what almost no one is talking about? The money. Specifically, the incredible amount of money being burned on AI projects that just go nowhere. Today, we're going to cut through all the hype and get real about the hard truth of getting a return on your AI investment. Let's dive in. Hey, I'm Jasmine. I'm a CTO and an AI researcher, which means I get a front row seat to AI implementation. I see the amazing successes, but I also see the messy, really expensive failures. And right now, there's this huge gap between the promise of AI and the reality most businesses are actually facing. And when I say huge, I mean massive. A recent report from MIT just dropped a bombshell. A staggering 95% of enterprise Gen AI projects are failing to deliver any kind of measurable return on investment. Yeah, you heard that right. Billions have been spent, and only 5% of companies are seeing a real, actual impact on their bottom line. So that leads to the big questions, right? Why is this happening? And way more importantly, how do you make sure your business lands in that successful 5%? That's exactly what we're going to cover. We're going to break down the two biggest reasons these projects fail, and then I'm going to give you the exact playbook the top 5% are using to win. Okay, the first reason for failure is simple, but it's brutal. Most people just don't understand what AI truly costs. You see a monthly subscription price for a tool and you think, great, that's the budget, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. The hard reality is that the final bill for a serious enterprise AI tool is often 3 to 5 times higher than that initial price tag. That sticker price? Think of it as just the ticket to get in the door. The real investment? Well, that comes next. So where does all that extra money go? Well, let's take a look. Up to 30% of your budget can get eaten up just getting the new AI to talk to your existing systems. Another 25%? That's for beefing up your infrastructure to even handle the load. Then you've got to clean up your data, train your whole team, and maintain the system, year after year. These aren't one-time things. This is the ongoing cost of doing business with AI. So here's the bottom line. When you add all that up, these hidden costs can inflate your total AI budget by 300 to 400%. That means the final price can be 4, maybe even 5 times what the vendor first quoted you. If you don't plan for that from day one, your project is already on the fast track to failure. All right, the second major problem is a little sneakier. It's when you might not even see happening inside your own company. It's an invisible threat, and it's quietly wrecking your security, your compliance, and your bottom line. It's called shadow AI. So what is shadow AI? It's when your employees, who are just trying to be more productive, by the way, start using AI tools that your company has not approved or vetted. They're trying to solve their own problems, but what they're actually doing is creating a massive risk for the entire organization. And just look at the scale of this problem. A recent KPMG survey found that 58% of employees are using AI tools every single day. But only 41% of their companies have any official policy to guide that use. That's not a gap, that's a canyon. And your company's most sensitive data is falling right into it. Your team falls into this free AI trap because it feels like a total win. But here's the trade-off they're not seeing. When you're not paying for the product, you are the product. Your confidential company data, your customer lists, your internal strategy, it's all being fed into their models. And even worse, you probably don't even own the content you create with it. The business impact here is just severe. IBM found that data breaches cost on average $670,000 more for companies with a lot of shadow AI. You're opening yourself up to massive fines for violating regulations like GDPR or HIPAA, and critically, you lose the ability to explain how business decisions were made because there's no official record. This isn't just an IT problem. This is a C-suite level risk. Okay, so that's the bad news. The costs are way higher than you think, and the risks are basically hiding in plain sight. So, how do the top 5% of companies navigate all this and actually win? Let's get into their playbook. The first insight from that MIT report is a really big one. Companies that partner with experienced external AI vendors are literally twice as likely to succeed. Their success rate is 66%, compared to just 33% for companies that try to build it all themselves. And why is that? Because specialized partners bring proven playbooks and expertise that internal teams are often figuring out for the very first time. And those successful partnerships? They focus on a really clear strategy. First, they don't try to boil the ocean. They go after less glamorous but super high-value areas like procurement and finance. Second, they demand that the AI adapts to their business, not the other way around. Third, they measure success based on real outcomes, like money saved or hours reduced, not on some abstract tech hype. And finally, they pick AI that can actually learn and remember things so it gets smarter with them over time. And the results of this strategy? They're undeniable. The companies in that top 5% are reporting annual savings between $2 and $10 million. That is the kind of measurable ROI that proves the investment was worth it. This isn't hype, it's real, tangible value from a smart AI strategy. So, how can you take all this and apply it to your own business? Well, it all comes down to a simple 3-step playbook. Okay, step 1, audit your workflows first. Don't start with a cool AI tool and then go looking for a problem to solve. Start with a real, high-value business problem, then find the right tool. Step 2, account for all the costs. When a vendor gives you a quote, you need to multiply it by at least 3 to 5 in your budget to cover all those hidden expenses we talked about. And step 3, prioritize partners who are experts in your specific field, and make sure the AI system you choose is built to actually learn and adapt. Now that you have the playbook, it really just comes down to focus. So forget the hype for a minute and just think about your own business. What is the single biggest, most repetitive, most inefficient task that you wish you could just make disappear? Let me know what it is in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to see what you come up with. And if you're ready to stop experimenting and start building AI that actually works, come visit us to get started. Thanks for watching.